Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio in partnership with E360 TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Tonight it is midnight for me in the UK, and for one of our wonderful panel, Mariska, it is midday. So we are truly a global channel. At USA TV and Radio, we are an education channel. We are a channel that offers inspiration, hope, and mentoring and education. Our channel is to offer all things for all people that have all sorts of problems and offer transformational information. And today I'm so excited. We have a really, really amazing guest on A Woman's Prerogative today. Our show tonight is A Woman's Prerogative, and this is part 2. But we have a special guest tonight who is going to offer inspiration, laughter. Yes, viewers, laughter. I can't wait to get going. But before we actually do that, it would be good for me to tell you who I am. I'm Caroline HEWARD, and I'm known as the Harley Street Stress Expert. Tonight, I am your presenter for tonight's show. This is part 2 of A Woman's Prerogative. We had part 1 earlier on this evening, which was 7 p.m. UK time, and it was, I think, midday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. So tonight in the UK, it's rather late, and so I'm looking forward to the laughter. Let's bring on our wonderful panelist, Mariska all the way from New Zealand. Hello.
Hello, Caroline.
So, Mariska, this is our second time together tonight, isn't it? And I'm so excited because this is a different topic, isn't it? So I'm really, really excited to explore this. I can just hear the laughter already. So Mariska, for our viewers that are here for the first time, and our viewers that are here are loyal and regular viewers on USA Global TV, but especially for the people that are joining us for the first time, please share who you are, what you do, and how you help people, and more importantly, how people can reach you.
My name is Mariska, as Caroline mentioned, and I am a leadership development partner. So if you are in leadership or moving into leadership, that would be one or more of the places where I typically help out, especially in transitions. I love transitions because there's always new growth areas for us in those spaces. So if you are a new leader moving from a specialization into leadership, big transition. Or even if you are already a leader, you've led a couple of different teams in different spaces and possibly moving into a more people, leader of leaders sort of space, you are also more than welcome to contact me. I help us, so not only the new and upcoming leaders, but also the existing leaders, to bring a little bit more of a humanness into their work environment and understand how we need to function different within that space to get the best out of our teams. And of course, I also do have a Talking Heads where we discuss all things leadership related. So if you want to get a few ideas on what you can possibly work with, you are more than welcome to go and have a look at my Talking Heads series, which is also on the USA Global TV and radio platform. Now, Caroline said the most important thing, how to get hold of me, that you can do via my email, which is mariska@journey2discover.com, or alternatively, you can reach me via LinkedIn and send me a message and we can start our conversation. So, Caroline, I can't recall that you gave us your information on how to contact you, did you? You are muted, my dear. Caroline, I cannot hear you.
Thank you. I'm Caroline Heward and I'm known as the Harley Street Stress Expert. I've been helping people bust their stress for over 2 decades. That's literally since 2000. I've been helping people break through the root causes of what creates their stress, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or behavioral. It's whatever you're complaining about. Some people say they're not stressed, and yet they don't sleep. They're complaining about their relationship. They're complaining about their physical aches and pains, or they're saying they're anxious, or they're saying they're feeling depressed. That is how the stress is manifesting in your life. And I use root cause therapy using chakra psychology to break through your blueprint, the patterns that create your stress, so that you move from head to heart. You move into a place of inner peace and literally allowing the emotions from your initial trauma to release. It's incredibly fast therapy and it gives you an incredibly deep and peaceful sleep. You can reach me on nomorestress@live.co.uk, or you can call, if you're international, +44, if you're local, 07523 120 189. And I offer a free 30-minute Zoom, Skype, or audio, that's phone call, or messenger video or audio call to help you break through one of your symptoms. And I offer programs to help you break through more of your symptoms. So now, without further ado, I'd like to bring on our super special guest. But before I do that, I want to give you a little bit of background about this wonderful person. Her name is TRACY CRAM PERKINS. She is an author of a dementia book in home care. Now, just before the show, she shared that she sold a phenomenal almost 12,000 copies of her book. That's absolutely phenomenal. And Dr. Jacalyn has advised me, who's in the background, by the way, she's actually doing all the controls and the producing of this show. So a warm, happy hello to Dr. Jacalyn, who's wisely in the background, making sure that all of this works. Tracy is a phenomenon. She has her own show. She's one of the team members on USA Global TV. She is a star in her own right on the channel. She is the author of Dementia Home Care. She is a superhero of our channel, and she's one of our superstars in our team. She's an expert. She's been doing this work for over 16 years, and her journey started with her mother and father. And that's beautiful because I want to hear more about what this lady does. But before I bring her on, I want to share one more thing with you. She is a finalist in the CISA Chantilly, I hope I pronounced that right, International Book Awards. that is just, for me, I feel truly privileged that she's here on A Woman's Prerogative Part 2 tonight. Let's bring out Tracy. Thank you very
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to get out the Vaseline so I can get my head through the door when we're off the air. That was just an incredible welcome.
It is such an honor. It really is. I'm so looking forward to hearing more about your journey. But most importantly, what I can say, I'm absolutely ecstatically excited to hear more about the benefits of laughing, which is tonight's topic. But before we go into that, please, Tracy, I know I've given a tiny overview of what you do, but please share with our viewers what you do, how you help people, and more importantly, how people can reach you.
Well, thank you very much. As Caroline said, I am Tracy CRAM Perkins. I am a 4-time dementia caregiving survivor, and I cared for 4 family members over the course of 16 years. And I learned 75% of the ways how not to do dementia care. And so as a result of that, I put together a book, which you will see right here, that is a toolbox to help people get through and survive caring for their loved ones with dementia. It is one of those books that you can literally flip open to any page and there will be information right there. And I designed it because I was in the trenches trying to figure out how to take care of family members, so that the table of contents, you can literally run your finger down it and find the challenge of the day. Turn to that page and you will have step-by-step instructions and learn how to mix and match everything. So that was my jam. You can reach me on my social by @Tracy CRAM Perkins. I spend most of my time on Facebook. You can also email me at tracy@tracycramperkins.com. You'll see that right down here. I am just very jazzed to be here this evening. I wanted to talk about the benefits of laughter, and you guys, thank you so much for inviting me on.
Tracy, it is our absolute pleasure. I'm so looking forward to this topic because we usually have laughter, don't we? Don't we, Mariska?
We do.
Having a subject looking at the benefits of laughter, I am looking forward to hearing more. So, in the vein of our topic tonight, I would like to begin, because Tracy chose the subject. So I feel it's very opportune to invite Tracy, our special guest, to tell us about the benefits of laughter from your perspective.
Well, I want to start with my favorite quote from a person named Irma Bombeck. I don't know if you know who she is, but she was wrote books and was a syndicated journalist. And one of the things that's my favorite quote, it's laughter rises out of tragedy when you need it most and rewards you for your courage. I love that because there's nothing more tragic than doing dementia care, and it gave me hope. It also taught me that the laughter is therapeutic and really bonding. And so for that, I just wanted to be able to sit down and talk and then share some stories about that. And I also wanted to point out, I don't know if you can see this because my green screen sometimes goes crazy. A book that I absolutely love is called Laughter Therapy: How to Laugh About Anything, Everything in Your Life That Isn't Really Funny, because we want to lower our stress, and laughter is one of the best ways to do it.
I'm already loving what you're sharing, and I so agree with you. I'd like to add to that, Tracy, that I've seen, especially in times when we're supposed to be serious, like funerals, for instance, that children may laugh. And sometimes some people might have a burst of laughter, that are young or teenagers. And I do believe it is a coping strategy for people that are struggling with expressing their emotions, and laughter comes out instead. And I used to think it was really rude before I started doing my stress management training. And now I realize it's simply the way that somebody is releasing their emotion, and to laugh is actually much more therapeutic for them at that time. What are your thoughts about that, Tracy?
Caroline, I have to agree with you 100%. There are times that I have been to a funeral where someone that I grew up with passed away, and the eulogy was poignant and funny. We cried together, we laughed together, and it was a wonderful and beautiful thing and it joined the whole group together. We were all became one person. I shouldn't say one person, but one bonded group. And that's one of the great things about laughing. What I love about laughter, and I'm going to just go off topic for just a second. When I couldn't get my dad to do something with me, my husband taught me that if I laughed when we were doing it, he would be more receptive, because then I wasn't trying to force him to do something.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, Mariska, what are your thoughts about laughter and the benefits of laughter? Have you had an experience where you've experienced yourself bursting into fits of laughter when perhaps you shouldn't have been? What's your thoughts and experiences on the benefits of laughter?
Laughter, having had laughter where I should maybe not have been. Funeral comes to mind, was my grandfather's, and I have to say it was a lot of fun. I know funerals typically I don't know whether it's not supposed to be a lot of fun, but it felt like a celebration of his life, which I personally really enjoyed, and it still stays with me versus all those other funerals where that wasn't the case. And one of the other things that I recently learned around the benefits of laughter is it also helps us to learn. So if you want to learn new things, laughing helps. So if you thought that learning might be all dreary, no, I am here to give you good news. The more you laugh, the better you learn, and the more you retain. So laughing has loads of benefits. And as Tracy rightly said, it also invites people in to want to enjoy it with you. So if ever it is something difficult to do, try laughing and see whether it makes it more fun.
Thank you, Mariska. That's really, really inviting, because you're giving other elements of the fact that laughter has its place. Even when we don't think it has a place, it has its place. Well, I'd love to share with you that I was doing some gong bath meditations with a really good friend. And she did a lot of, she came from corporate, and she was doing a lot of corporate gong baths, which is lying down and literally bathing in the sounds of the gongs. So it's a meditation. And she also did laughter yoga. And I just couldn't get my head around it. And I said, you know what, I can't do that. I can't go ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. And she said, you're going to love it. And I says, no, I don't think I can do it. I just want to lie down and be bathed in the gongs. And she says, but you know, everybody that comes really enjoys it. And she didn't ever get me to go and do a laughter yoga. So I do know there's a huge thing around laughter yoga and the concept of laughter. I just can't see myself literally laughing. What are your... And I do believe, Tracy, because Jacalyn has wisely informed me before the show, that you have an incredible laugh. Now, this is not to put you on the spot, but please tell me what your thoughts are in terms of the benefits of laughing.
Oh, be careful, because I am very infectious. We could be watching a tragedy, and if I start laughing, the whole theater will laugh. So just be warned. Be warned. It's not a superpower. It's an accident. I don't do it on purpose, but I can't help myself. Okay, you talked about laughter yoga. One of my favorite laughter yoga moves is the argument yoga, where you sit down, or you're standing actually usually, and you're going, You can't help yourself but to start laughing. So, I happen to just love laughter because it is so incredibly bonding. And I just want to tell you right now, it lowers your tension, it boosts your immune system, and it's a natural painkiller. And I think we just don't recognize the benefits of laughter necessarily because we're taught to be professional and to behave a certain way as we age. Aren't allowed to play anymore. And without the ability to play, I don't know if you
I
heard that. Yeah, okay.
I really, really endorse that. And I'm going to share something with you from my own training because I work with the chakras, chakra psychology. And where we laugh in our belly, so the lower belly, when we laugh in that belly laugh, that is where the creative energy is. And that's where the sexual energy is. That's also the energy of movement and the energy of our childlikeness. So when we are laughing, we revert back to our childlikeness and our playfulness. And it's also where the sexual energy, so it's our pleasure zone and our desire zone as well. So all of that makes sense, that if we laugh, we will feel differently and we will step into the emotions. So I'm going to sort of take it from that perspective that I really get how, even though I'm pretty adverse to doing laughter yoga, Dr. JACALYN, I've seen in the chat, she's actually written, what about goat yoga? Well, I'm not quite sure where she's been there, but I don't know what kind of conversations you have on your show with Dr. JACALYN. She's mentioned goat yoga. You're going to get me going here.
That's good. It's a good thing. Oh.
So, and the only experience that I've had about laughing uncontrollably and through, sort of a series of a video was the Laughing Buddha. And it was, I think the trailer was the Laughing Body Vista, I think it was called. And it was this man that gets on a train, that's a monk. He gets on a train and he just starts laughing. And then he's like sort of going, hoo, 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 and then he's like sort of laughing full on. And he gets the whole of the carriage to laugh. And then when everybody's in hysterics, he quietly leaves that carriage and he goes to the next carriage. And then he gets everybody there laughing. Have you seen this particular video?
I have not, but now I want to see it.
I think it's called the Laughing Buddha or Body Vista Laughing. I can't remember, but I did it in one of my training programs with my American trainers, obviously. And Dr. JACALYN has reminded me that you're actually from Washington. So you're also in the US as well. So tonight we're truly global. We're New Zealand, UK, and Washington, USA. So we really are across all places around the world, aren't we? From one end of state to another. So Mariska, please share with us what your thoughts are about what we've been sharing so far.
I love laughing. So for me, I don't think, Tracy, my laugh is quite as infectious as yours. I do enjoy smiling though, which, I mean, it's the start of a laugh, right? It's sort of the face going into laughter mode before the body gets it. And one of the other elements that I've been reading up a little bit more around laughter, and Tracy, you mentioned play, the bigger the brain of the animal, whether mammal or bird or whatever it is, the more they enjoy playing. So we actually, as human beings, seeing as our brains might not be as big as elephants, but they're pretty big. So play actually for us as humans also help us with learning. And it's one of the things where, for some odd reason, we don't bring it into our adultness enough. So I've read that they did a study, and when they ask children, have you laughed yesterday? Most of them would say yes. When we get into the workforce and they ask us, have you laughed yesterday? Most of us will say no. It only picks up again when we get to our 80s. And most people don't necessarily get there. So it gives you a little bit of a thinking to start laughing a tad more. And Tracy, I don't know whether you've done any studies or observations within the laughter space, but what have you found? If you have.
I found a little bit. It had to do with, as you were mentioning about children laughing. And the study I read said that children on average laugh 400 times a day, which is a huge amount of laughter. And think about how energetic children are. I mean, they're growing, they're energetic, they're running around, they're laughing, they're playing, they're having fun, and they get to use their imagination, the most powerful tool in the body. And it's freeing. And then as we get older, it's trained out of us that it's not appropriate to laugh. We're in a professional space, but it's how we bond, it's how we connect. And so we don't laugh as much as adults as we did. I think we should all take the time to give ourselves permission to laugh. It makes it easier to get through things that are very, very difficult if you can laugh at it. And we were talking about laughter yoga again. Caroline, I promise I won't bring it up after this one, but it's the Visa bill laugh, where you open your Visa bill and you look at it, you go, ah! That's the Visa bill laugh.
You're going to get me going.
I have a story for you later.
Well, Dr. Jacalyn did promise us lots of laughter, and she said you chose the topic, so I can see why. There's something that I do want to share with you, and that is sometimes I'm, sort of switching the channels to see what's on, because I've now got Sky without the dish, which is amazing. So I can actually see different films. And I've recently, and I've many, many times watched this film called Mrs. Doubtfire with Robin Williams. And I just have grown up with Robin Williams, Mork from Planet Ork, and I've been with him all the way through from a young child to, sort of until he died. And it doesn't matter how many times I watch Mrs. Doubtfire, I am in hysterics, even though I know the drill and I know all the different gags and what he does. I cannot stop myself from laughing. And it doesn't matter how many times I watch it. It's one of those infectious films that he made so many people laugh all their way through their lives. Because, I've gone with him through my life's journey. And I feel that even though I know the story, I still laugh because there's something so fundamentally humorous that it makes it funny. And there's still a huge moralistic story behind it. And I've got another chick flick as well, Pretty Woman. It's another one that I'm constantly laughing at. And it doesn't matter how many times I put it on, it's just incredibly funny. And are there any films, Mariska, that you put on, and even though you've watched them many times, that you are laughing? Dr. Jacalyn actually put into the chat that have you ever laughed so that you've almost peed yourself laughing in a situation, whether it be a film or a situation?
My best friend from school, we used to, and it's so interesting. It's the strangest things. And it's not even that it's a funny thing necessarily. We will look at the thing, look at each other, and literally you will laugh so much. You will have sore muscles the next day. That's the amount that you laughed. I loved it. And the other day, by accident, speaking of programmers that has some laughter in it, I found a French program where they actually take people with funny sounding laughs. and they put them in the show, and then they put little animal or whatever they sound like images behind them, and they will tell a joke, and you will get the people starting to laugh. You actually start laughing because of the funniness of the laughter in the room. It was hilarious. I could literally, as long as the thing was playing, I couldn't stop myself laughing. So yes, I had another one of those experiences where I had a very, very sore tummy the next day. Because evidently I do not laugh 400 times a day anymore. I need to do it more often.
It is, whenever I see, thank you, Mariska, whenever I see children, they never cease to amaze me. There's no fear in young children because they're running around and playing and laughing, playing tig, you know, or chasing each other around a supermarket. They just find the simplest things to laugh about. And we were all born that way. And I just wonder what it is in life that changes us, that stops us being that playful self that we were born being, that something fundamentally changes and we become serious. And then when we get older, we almost, like we've lived the challenges, and we almost kind of revert back to being that childlikeness. What are your thoughts on that, Tracy?
Well, since we have all lived this, it's kind of a universal mode of adulthood, at least in the Western culture. I don't know that that's true in other cultures, but I know at least in the Western culture, we are all taught that you only do certain things, you do not do other things, that it's not appropriate to laugh, that we have to be serious. It's literally what our culture teaches us, and it starts when we get into school. And whether you're going to, and I'm not sure what the school systems are called other places, but here we're going primary school and on up, we are taught to sit still, we're taught to pay attention, we're taught to, to be polite and not to make noise while we're in class because we're supposed to be learning. And it's kind of, as Mariska said, we learn better when we laugh. So things that are funny and are better remembered. And if you don't believe me, think about if you stay up late at night and watch comedies or comedians and they tell you the news. More people in America get their news from comedians than they do from the evening news. So there's got to be something to it because that's where they're sitting there talking about it and remembering it.
Yeah. Caroline?
I can be in something serious. That's such a powerful share. And then my thought will wander and I will suddenly come back to the laughter of an incident that happened because the memories come back. So if I burst into laughter, and I can do it if I'm walking home and I'm thinking about something that happened in the evening and I'm laughing, chuckling down the road, which is, it makes me look silly. At the same time, I can really see the recollection, the remembering can move you into a place of laughter, even after the time and the event and the situation is long gone. Dr. JACALYN's really on it tonight. She's actually shared in the private chat, best not to laugh when you're the first time in an intimate relationship. I think she's really on it tonight. Probably not. Or maybe that would work. That might soften the blow. I don't know. I think she should have been here.
Oh my gosh.
She really wanted to be here. She's here in spirit, that's for sure. She's definitely on the keyboard tonight in the background.
I'm sorry, I keep reading the dialogue on the side and I'm just losing it.
So we're getting this Tracy infectious laugh. Viewers, are you hearing this infectious laugh from Tracy? Because I must admit, my stomach is going and I want to laugh. My stomach is gurgling to want to laugh.
You're not gonna be able to get to sleep tonight, but when you finally do calm down, you will sleep like a rock.
Well, yes, I'm inclined to agree with you on that one. This feels like it's very like my dancing. I love to dance, and sometimes I really kind of go so ecstatic when I dance that I'm literally groaning and moaning through my dance meditations, and that's without any alcohol or any conversation. So we're not talking or on our mobile phones. We're actually in a dance meditation. They call it ecstatic dance, and I will feel so high on life because my body and everything feels amazing, almost like, you know, people have actually said it feels better than sex because you feel so ecstatic, so good, that I'm literally at the end of it moaning and groaning as if that's where I've been. And so I can imagine for what I'm experiencing tonight is that laughter has the same feeling. And interesting enough, dance and laughter, it's all coming from the second chakra, which is the sacral energy, which is related to laughter. And it's also related to the sensory of taste as well, your taste and zest for life. So I find it really fascinating. And as I said, I'm trying to do my best to stop my belly gurgling with laughter, because I still need to be in the show and to hear what you all have to say.
Tracy, I think we are going to convince Caroline that she's going to go for one of the laughter yoga sessions pretty soon.
Well, Dr. JACALYN has, as in her wisdom, has suggested we have a little laughter competition before we close out the show. So I'm not sure how this is going to go, but I feel that it might be much better facilitated by our laughter queen. So the very delightful and delectable Tracy, I would like you to start the laughter competition, and then we can all join in somehow.
With goat yoga?
With goat yoga.
That's what she meant by laughing. I wonder if the viewers are laughing too. I didn't seriously know what this goat yoga was about until
Oh my goodness. How much time do we have? Can I throw in a quick story?
Well, I think that we should go into that quick story because I don't think I can cope with much more laughter. So, Tracy, please do share that story.
Okay, this is totally off base. Several years ago, my husband and I went on a vacation with some customers, and it was our first time going on vacation with them. And we had been out hiking or fishing, I'm not sure which. We came back into town, and we were in the town of Banff, and we were at this French restaurant. It was the middle of summer. It was very, very warm. And so I'm wearing shorts. I'm the only one wearing shorts. And we go and we are seated in this restaurant, and it's a very, very elegant French restaurant. And fortunately, it's in mid-afternoon, so I'm not underdressed and to get kicked out. But the seats are vinyl. So I am warm, I am sweating. We are sitting there chatting with our friends, our new friends, and we are talking about what movie we wanted to see that summer. And so everyone had said what movie they wanted to see. And then I said that I wanted to see Christopher Guest's movie, A Mighty Wind. And my legs were getting really uncomfortable being stuck to the seat. And at the moment that I said A Mighty Wind, I lift one of my legs up, and it sounded like a mighty wind, which of course sent me into hysteria because this is the first time we've been with these people. And oh my God, I have just said this. And I started laughing so hard I could not do anything but gasp for air and then laugh more. And the husband was like, okay, I can't handle this. He gets up and he goes out and he stands in front of the restaurant waiting for me to calm down, which did not happen. And I, of course, loved it. And she kept egging me on and would say funny things. And it didn't matter what it was. It made me laugh. My husband turns to me and he goes, Tracy, stop laughing, in his deepest voice, which made me laugh harder because he never does that.
This is just too much.
It's too much.
We are actually coming to the end of our show. All the laughs and the giggles. Didn't that go quickly, ladies?
Yeah.
So we're in the last few minutes of the show. So before we go on to our sponsors, I really do want to say an incredible thank you to Tracy. I was looking forward to this show, but believe you me, I didn't expect what has happened, and I truly am grateful. So Tracy, please share with our viewers what you do, how people can reach you, and a little bit about your book as well.
Okay, so I'm happy to answer questions for anybody that has questions and wants to reach out to me. Again, you can reach me through my website, which is tracykramperkins.com, or you can email me at the information below. My book is Dementia Home Care, How to Prepare Before, During, and After. And believe it or not, the second chapter in the book is The Power of Laughter from the Caregiver's Perspective. So please join me in a little bit of a laugh and a little bit of a cry if you read the book.
Oh, thank you, Tracy. It's been such a pleasure. It really has. Mariska, please tell our viewers who you are, what you do, who you help, and most importantly, how they can reach you. So
leaders, if you are new to leadership, thinking about going into leadership or moving up in your leadership, that is who I will be helping. And of course, bringing a little bit more humanness into your workspace, and that may even include some laughter. You can get me on my website. Thank you, Dr. Jacalyn, and she is sharing it at the moment, which is journeytodiscover.com, or alternatively, you can email me at my email, mariska@journey2discover.com. And I am also on LinkedIn, so do reach out and we can start our conversation, and some lightheartedness in the process too.
Thank you, Mariska. And finally, I'm Caroline HEWARD. I've been your TV presenter tonight. Mind you, I don't feel like I have. I feel like it's been a real shared conversation tonight with lots of laughter, and I'm really, really grateful. But at the moment now, it's almost 1 o'clock in the UK, so I'm going to go to bed laughing. That's going to be an interesting feat. So I help people break through the patterns that create their stress. I work with your blueprint to identify and obliterate what's causing your stress, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or behavioral. Whether you're complaining about that relationship, whether you're complaining about not sleeping, or a physical ache and pain, or whether you're depressed, anxious, or stressed, however it's showing up for you is what is causing your stress. So whatever you're complaining about is your stress. And I help you bust your stress in a very, very quick solution. It only takes a very short amount of time, and I don't need lots of story. In fact, less story and more insights awareness. It's absolutely an incredible process. You can reach me on No More Stress at live.co.uk, or you can call on +44 if you're international. If you're local, 07523 120 189. I offer a free consultation, and I also have my own show on a Tuesday, Talking Heads expert presenter, which is every Tuesday at 5 p.m. You can also find me on LinkedIn and Facebook, and I share all my broadcasts that I'm part of on USA Global TV live on all my social media platforms, which my preferred platforms are LinkedIn and also Facebook. And I look forward to helping you bust your stress. Thank you so much, ladies. It's been such fun. I've really, really, really enjoyed the show. But it's time. I know it's gone so quickly tonight. Thank you so much. And it is time to now go over to our wonderful sponsors, because without our sponsors, we wouldn't be meeting here tonight. And also a really, really warm thank you to the people that are joining us for the first time from E360 TV channel that are watching live and on the replay. Thanks so much, ladies. It's been wonderful. Take care, good night, and stay with us, viewers, for our sponsors.
Hello everyone, I'm Simon MacDonald. I live in the West Highlands of Scotland, a very beautiful part of the world. Seems a long way from the USA Global TV station. But remember, USA Global TV is worldwide. It's a fantastic platform. And every Wednesday, I come along here as part of the show of the United Kingdom, News and Culture. And it's just like a family reunion each time. It's one of these amazing stations that has such a beautiful, friendly, and intelligent atmosphere as well. And we reach out to an audience in the most unimaginable places. And I came here, I don't know, must be over a year ago now. I was introduced by Dr. Philip Chan, and I met Ian Plum-Turner and Helena Chard, who are co-presenters on the show. And then Diane Floyd-Bem came along as well. And I mean, you know, the five of us, Dr. JACALYN, of course, who is our host and our mentor, has just made this show work so well. Tremendous people, lovely time we have, and we impart a lot of information, a lot of knowledge. Nothing's rehearsed. It's all done off the cuff, and it all just gels. And we get great feedback from people coming back and saying how they're enjoying the show. You know, it's lovely to hear, and it's lovely to get that interaction from outside as well. And we're all listeners, and some of us are elevated listeners as well. So we enjoy every second of it, and we hope you do too.
USA Global TV and Radio, in partnership with Dr. JACALYN LLC, present Amazon #1 best-selling author, Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. Dr. JACALYN KERBECK is a certified life, career, and executive coach who teaches people how to listen at an elevated level through her courses and her books. Dr. KERBECK teaches her clients how to open their hearts and express themselves through their creative genius. In her children's book series, The Amazing Adventures of Lady Ella, the listening mentor, Dr. KERBECK teaches children and their families how to listen at an elevated level. Dr. KERBECK has worked with clients across the world to guide them in how to express themselves and communicate at a highly effective level. Join our team of elevated listeners so you can listen without judgment, without providing a solution, without interruption, and without stealing the stage. To order your books today, go to drjacalyn.com or Amazon.
This program is brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence and founder, Mr. Philip Sykes. Building confidence, changing lives. Do you share our view that etiquette is a set of modern life skills that are essential for personal and professional success? Join us as an etiquette coach and change people's lives through the power of etiquette and manners.
The last few days have been really amazing. I had a trainer course from the British School of Etiquette.
And I must say it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made and one of the best investments I've made in my own training and development.
Now, words alone will not describe the transformation and the positive path that I have traveled with the British School of Etiquette.
I found I learned a lot from the lessons this time I came.
The last few days with the British School of Etiquette have been fantastic.
And what I've learned now is really beyond my expectations.
This is the most rewarding experience and the best investment I have made this year.
It was just great. I learned so much, and when I go back to Belgium, I will incorporate a lot of it into my day-to-day life and business.
It's been absolutely wonderful for the whole week that we were here.
I feel transformed, and I feel like blowing a trumpet and tell people, come and do this school. This class is the best. This is the best school ever.
You should take it. It will change your life immediately.
I am now able to teach other people how to bring the best of them.
Thank you.
Thank you, PREEZ.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to our clients for their testimonials on the Train the Trainer program. Our exponential and global growth is so significant that we've evolved from the British School of Etiquette to the British School of Excellence, where we're investors in people. Let us invest in you and your career. Contact us to become an etiquette coach. Go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Start your career and elevate your success today. This program has been brought to you in part by Zane Carson Carruth, etiquette and protocol expert, international award-winning author, television show host, and philanthropist. Thank you to Zane, our official diamond sponsor for USA Global TV and Radio in partnership with E360 TV. Zane is the author of The World's First Tooth Fairy Ever, as well as many other children's books. She's also the television host of Elegance, Polished Demeanor, and Posh Living, seen on USA Global TV and Radio.
Hi, my name is Zane Carson Carruth, and I'm the author of this book, The World's First Tooth Fairy Ever.
Reading is magic. Studies have shown that reading to your children lays the foundation for greater success in life. Reading helps develop language and vocabulary skills. It helps improve memory, and it encourages curiosity and inspires creativity. The benefits are immeasurable, and as a parent, you'll benefit too. In only 10 or 15 minutes a day, you'll be creating more memories and a bonding experience that will last for years to come. So take time to read to your children. Read them books about things that engage and interest them. Tales of fairies and magic fascinate children, and as everyone knows, the Tooth Fairy is at the top of the list. If your child loves magic, wands, adventure, and what child doesn't, you'll love reading them books from the trademarked series The World's First Tooth Fairy Ever. Follow along as Abella, the world's first tooth fairy, accidentally starts the tooth fairy tradition. Learn the tricks of being a professional tooth fairy in the book Abella Starts a Tooth Fairy School. Your child's imagination will soar as you read the adventures of Abella and her magic wand. These wonderful books are available at worldsfirsttoothfairy.com and at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart.
To learn more about Zane, contact her through her website, zanecarruth.com. ZANECARRUTH.com. Order Zane's books and merchandise. Contact her about being a keynote speaker at your next event.